Hi, I'm Mark Daniel, one of the many funny people here in Orlando, Florida, and welcome to my first episode of Orlando Comedy Dissected, OCD. And I decided if I really wanted to dissect the Orlando comedy scene, I should start where anyone can get a shot at trying comedy. Open mic here in Orlando. So I headed down to Orange Avenue and Wall Street to one of my favorite spots for open mic, the Other Bar. It's a fun place to hang out, so I decided I'd go check it out, grab myself a snack, of course, grab myself some popcorn, and sit down with the very funny Ken Miller, the man behind this Monday night open mic here in Orlando, Florida, to talk to him a little bit about open mic and, of course, talk to some other very funny comics here in Orlando, Florida. Enjoy. Ken Miller.
Yo.
We over here at the Other Bar on Wall Street. Ken, tell me a little bit about the history of the open mic here at the Other Bar.
Let's see, man, we started about 5 years ago. What happened was, Kingsley Bennett started it. He walked in here, the bar had only been open for a couple months. He said, hey man, we should do stand-up. We want to start open mic Monday nights. And so we started to do open mic here. Kingsley ran it for about 6 months. He left to go to Turkey, and then I took it over. And the rest is history, man. And the Other Bar, the second longest running comedy open mic in Orlando.
Kingsley, we had the Other Bar. You kind of started this open mic. Tell us a little bit about the history of this open mic bar.
Well, this one started, we used to have a very popular open mic here in Orlando, and it failed. And I started this one because I didn't like the way the other ones were run. So this one started a few years ago. It's been going strong, and it's my baby. But now Ken Miller runs it.
I guess I try to do my open mic a different way. I want mine to be more like a show. You know what I mean? So I always get up and tell people keep the noise down. The cell phones are off of vibrate. You know, if you're talking, go outside.
Favorite night of the week, Monday night open mic at the Other Bar. Let's go over the rules real quick. We ask you guys to please keep the table talk to a minimum. If you want to talk, we have a bar outside. That's what the bar outside is for. Comics, especially comics and your friends, keep the table talk to a minimum. Comics respect the other comics, okay?
I try to keep it like a show atmosphere and keep it 2 hours, like a regular comedy show. And we get about 20 comedians up, and we have something called a bonus. You don't go up this week, you definitely get to go up the next week. So each week when people come, they get a different show every week. It's not like other open mics where you get the same comedians over and over. Each week you get 20 new comics every week. Stage time. When I first started 10 years ago, it was 2 open mics. It was Altamont Wild Night Lounge, it's Sunday night, a place called Austin's Coffee House on Fairfield. So it's stage time.
Honestly, open mic, period, it will get you your craft better. You have to understand, this is how I started. Without an open mic, I would not be the comedian that I am today. You have to understand, open mic helps you get your material out, see what you can do, what's good and what's not good.
I like the fact that you can see a lot of different types of comedy as opposed to just going to one show and knowing what you're going to get kind of thing. And I also like the crazy people that come out of it. There's a lot of interesting characters.
To me, like, it was all about progression. It was like, okay, you got them to laugh. Now let's see if you can get them to laugh in a different atmosphere. Let's see, you know, doing crowd work. I wove in a couple of jokes, but for the most part, it's just crowd work. And that was like a big eye-opener for me. Like, I remember that. And it's just like, every other little thing is like, all right, I figured out how to open a show and then sustain it. First time going up, I had been writing for 3 months. Before I got on stage, I was just too nervous to go up. And it was at Best of British on International Drive. It was hosted by Kevin White. And I had like 5 words written on a napkin that I held in my hand. And it felt like an eternity each time I would look down and look back up like a deer in headlights and just say a joke. And it was probably only a couple of seconds, but in my head it felt like it was taking hours trying to go, what joke is that? Like, it felt like they thought I was reading the whole joke off my hand and looking up and telling it.
The Wild Night Lounge, Altamont, November 22nd. I remember that day, man. I took 85 coworkers in. My friend knew a comic named Pedro Lima. Pedro Lima was hosting the night. So I get there and I sign up like number 3. But because I brought everybody, they wouldn't let me go number 3 because they knew the crowd release. So I went up like late. It was like almost 11:15, and it started at 8. And so I'm like, look, I gotta go. We all gotta work tomorrow. He's like, all right, I'll put you up. Dude, the hackiest set. It was just street jokes and hacky, and I just knew I was like, I'm a star. And Pedro was like, come back next week. I came back next week by myself, bombed, totally bombed it. Totally had a brand new 5 minutes. Just knew I was about to get a Comedy Central special and bomb. And then that was it. And he was like, all right, you ready to do this? And so after that, every Tuesday night, I was at the Wild Night Lounge, and then Sunday nights I was at Austin's, because at the time, that was it. That's all you had.
My first open mic was almost a year ago today. It was here, actually, at the other bars. And it was, Ken came up to me and said, look, we have no spots. If you want to go first, you can, or you don't go up at all. And I was like, okay. And I went up first. And that was terrifying. I think I peed a little. But I got through it, and it was exciting. And I actually met a really good friend of mine through that open mic. So.
My first open mic was at downtown Orlando Improv. I cursed 162 times. I talked about Biggie Smalls, Tupac, and why I ain't rich. I bombed. Nigga, I got the MC Steve Wilson, great guy. He came on, he talked to me like, nigga, you need the work. You got it, but you need the work. And that just helped me get where I needed to be. So I sucked my first show. But look at me now. Bitch, I get paid doing this.
Stand back and take it all in, and maybe not force yourself into the scene and just wait for it to happen naturally.
You got to be willing to get up on stage and just fail and fail.
Go up there, just have fun, enjoy yourself. Because again, it's only open mic. It's not like you're getting paid for this shit. Let's be real. It's open mic.
Fail and fail and fail.
Probably the simplest thing is just move the mic stand out of the way and hold the mic up to your mouth.
Be patient. Be very, very patient.
And just when you think it's going good, you will fail again. And after that, hopefully you'll get better, and hopefully then you'll start to become a comedian.
But look at me now. Bitch, I get paid doing this.